Welcome to a Fallout 76 episode. It's September 15th, 2020, and patch 22 is about to go live. But first, I'd like to wish my own daughters a very happy 17th birthday today. Happy birthday, Emma, and happy birthday, Kate. And here's all the news about patch 22. With today's update, we're excited to introduce One Wasteland to Fallout 76, which allows creatures to dynamically adjust their levels up or down on the fly to more closely match each player they encounter. If multiple players all come across the same enemy at the same time, its level will simultaneously rise for higher level players and drop for lower level players. And in addition, the creature's damage, health, and resistances, as well as the loot they drop and the XP they award, will also better match each player. So that is great news. They will have minimum and maximum levels, such as in the forest, you will only encounter creatures at a max level of 50. So when I was playing the PTS with my low-level character, the highest thing I ever encountered at level 7 or 10 were the Scorched Beast Queen and Earl, and they were at level 80 for low-level players. Today's update also brings a new season and board game or scoreboard. Join Armor Ace and the Power Patrol in their march against the oppressive Subjugator and his army of Red Viper minions during Season 2, which begins today. So there's going to be an all-new scoreboard, all new rewards, all new ways to rank up. You still have your daily and weekly challenges. You'll also get to take part in the daily ops to help you out again. And they've also made some of last season's rewards like lunchboxes, the ammo converter, and a few other items will be available for purchase with gold bullion. So players who missed out on those rewards will have another opportunity to unlock those. Daily Ops also begins today, and you can start the quest called Breaking Radio Silence in downtown Watoga and meet Initiate Dodge from the Brotherhood of Steel. And you can join these daily ops through the new World Activity Tracker, and that'll be in the lower left corner of your screen when you sign in. And with today's update, legendary perk cards are finally available for players who have reached level 50 and beyond. So you will have 6 slots available. As soon as you reach level 300 on your character, you will max out and you will have only 6 slots that are available to you. You can purchase these perk cards by scrapping your unused perk cards. And when you scrap these perk cards, you will receive perk coins. And you use those perk coins to purchase the legendary cards. Yeah, it is a little bit confusing. It is rather involved. And I'll be doing a separate video later today showing you step by step how to go through the process. And design updates. First of all, it is now free to fast travel to Foundation and Crater. And combat, bonus damage. This is what everybody's been talking about, the great nerf. We've changed, or actually, it's more of a balance adjustment. We've changed the way that damage bonuses are calculated, so they now apply additively instead of multiplicatively. While stacking damage bonuses, you will now have a smaller overall effect on your damage output than before. These changes will make the resulting damage much more predictable and allow for future improvements. This is very important for the health of the game going forward. It will also create better opportunities for them to make smarter and more effective balance changes. And here's the important part. We are still evaluating feedback we gathered on these changes from the PTS, but we also welcome your thoughts on how different weapons and builds feel after today's update so that we can make additional adjustments in the future. So from what we've heard in the PTS, bloodied builds should see a negative 40 to 45% nerf, and junkies, I think they said maybe 10%. So I do have a video coming out showing some weapons that I recorded the stats before patch 22, and then I will do a video showing what those changes are after patch 22. Additionally, the alien blaster damage increased by 30%. Now, assassins' weapons will now apply bonus damage to human NPCs. And that's really good because you can use those assassins' weapons now through daily ops to kill, say, the Blood Eagles. So that's going to give you a little bit of an extra edge. New Secret Service armor plans for light and ultralight mods have been added, and they are purchasable from regs in Vault 79. And the Shish Kebab now deals fire damage instead of energy damage. And Tank Killer pistols now benefit from the Tank Killer perk card. That's awesome. I like my pipe level 1 pipe pistol collection and pipe rifles. I love collecting level 1 items. Public teams, we've renamed the building team to casual and removed the casual team bonus. We've also added a daily ops team type, which offers bonus XP for completing daily ops. Vault 94 is now accessible, so you can see it in both adventure mode and private worlds if you want to go and explore Vault 94 and all of its lore. Vault 51, they've added a new no camp zone around Vault 51's exterior in preparation for future content. Curious. And here are a couple bug fixes. The Under Armours no longer clip through the Charlie the Moo Moo outfits. Emotes, Grognak's battle cry emote now correctly displays its icon in the emote wheel. Headwear, extreme facial features no longer clip through the ghillie suit face mask. Lighting corrected issues inside the Charleston Capitol building and the Morgantown train yard. They are fixing the Vault-Tec duffel bag, yay! And fixed additional issues that could cause clipping when reloading a handmade rifle with the Screaming Eagle skin paint. And here are a few of the camp and workshop fixes. You can now sell 40mm grenade rounds to the ammo converter. Eagle's Nest. Allies can now enter and exit the Blood Eagle nest more easily. And the select option when you're blueprinting now correctly appears grayed out when a player is not highlighting an object. Resources generated from collectrons, fertilizer producers, etc. are now stored in the player's stash or scrap box if they move your camp before you've collected them. Let's see, communist bunker, a few things fixed there. Weapon wall rack displays now can be correctly snapped to walls. Yes, excellent. And exploit, items can no longer be stacked on objects that are in disrepair. And the exploit that allowed players to blueprint and place down copies of the workshop ammunition factory. If your blueprint or camp contains one of these, they are now invalid and can no longer be placed, and you will receive a notification that your camp or blueprint cannot be placed if it contains a workshop ammunition factory. They've also fixed a camp budget exploit related to generators. Farmable dirt tiles can no longer be placed by other floor types. The standing taxidermy gorilla plan now correctly unlocks the standing gorilla instead of the sitting version and vice versa. A fusion generator, when scrapped, will now correctly return aluminum, copper, and rubber. Log cabin. Players can now correctly place items in the window of the log cabin. Rainwater collectors no longer become invisible when destroyed. Challenges, daily. Scrapping fertilizer now correctly progresses the collect fertilizer sub-challenge for the gather building supplies daily challenge. Ash and goo piles. Players now die immediately when turned into ash or goo rather than entering the down but not out state. That's kind of interesting. Implemented a respawn fix to reduce cases where players could become unable to respawn after being killed during an event or in an interior. Excellent. Please note this fix may not address all situations that can cause this issue to occur, but it should help, and they're continuing to work on a more complete fix. Bad news for the Scorched Beast Queen, but good news for us. The Queen's wings can now be crippled to cause her to land, and her legs can be crippled to slightly reduce her rotation speed. Now I'll just pick a few highlights here. Let's see, exploit. Addressed an exploit in which players could intentionally double the stat bonus by unyielding armors. Fireworks. Equipping fireworks no longer causes players to reload much faster than intended. And there are a few others that you can read through. And a few performance and stability issues. I'll highlight one here. They fixed the issue with the Tesla rifle that could result in poor frame rates for nearby players. I've run into this quite a bit with the Earl Williams event, a colossal problem where somebody would be using a Tesla rifle and the frame rate would just dive. Let's see, on to the next one. And Class Freak, they fixed an issue that caused some mutations to not interact correctly with the Class Freak perk card. That's been fixed. Concentrated Fire Rank 3 no longer causes the chance to hit advance to suddenly jump to 95% when using an automatic weapon. In a colossal problem, the Earl Williams event, players will no longer receive MERV frag grenade planned multiple times. I had that happen the other day after completing the event. They also fixed an issue where certain types of thrown explosives cause Wendigo spawns to drop random ammo on death. That'll fix that. An ounce of prevention, again. Further addressed an issue that could block quest progression when attempting to analyze the ghoul blood sample. Primal Cuts, those are a few things that were related to the Meat Week event, which will be returning. Vital Equipment fixed an issue in which a player could complete vital equipment multiple times per day if they already had one of the quest items in their inventory. That has been patched. And wrapping up all of patch 22, Fort Defiance. They have enlarged or expanded the no camp zone at Fort Defiance to include the road in front of the asylum to resolve an exploit affecting enemy spawns during the Line in the Sand event. And that is all the news for patch 22. We're looking at a huge amount of new content, including daily ops, the balance changes, and legendary perk cards. Feel free to leave your comments below, and I'll see you all in the wasteland.